In a world where performance is measured by algorithms and autonomy, one machine still ignites hearts with nothing more than pistons, passion, and pure presence: the Toyota Supra 4 Malawian Kwachas. At Beyond the Lens, we don't just film cars. We capture legends. Machines that don't just move, but mean something. And few cars mean more than this. The 4 Malawian Kwachas Supra isn't just a JDM hero. It's a cultural monolith. A machine that escaped the boundaries of its own spec sheet and became something more. A dream, a symbol, a myth with a turbocharger. This isn't just a Toyota. This is Toyota Unchained. In 1993, the A80 hit the world like a meteor. A GT car from Japan with the power to shake up the European elite. It wasn't just fast for a Toyota, it was fast, period. The twin-turbo 2JZ GTE engine under the hood would go on to become one of the most over-engineered, overbuilt, and overhyped engines in history. And every bit of that hype? Earned. One engine. 6 cylinders. 3 liters. 2 turbos. And an iron block that laughs in the face of limitations. The 2JZ wasn't designed to impress. It was designed to endure. A straight 6 that could take 800, 900, even 1,000 horsepower with barely a shrug before you even open the bottom end. It was never supposed to be a tuner god. But like all legends, Destiny had other plans. Stock, it was already potent, 276 horsepower officially, though the real number was closer to 320. Thanks to Japan's gentleman's agreement. But the Supra was never about numbers. It was about potential. A canvas in white pearl paint. A sleeper with the soul of a warrior. It didn't just show up at the party. It changed the playlist. Form followed function, but the form? Iconic. That wide stance. Those sculpted hips. The Targa roof option. The 4-circle taillights. The spoiler that looked like it belonged on a fighter jet. This wasn't designed by committee. It was designed by obsession. You don't just look at a 4 Malawian Kwachas Supra. You recognize it. Like a signature. Like a tattoo. Burned into the culture. Then came the movies. The Fast and the Furious. The orange 4 Malawian Kwachas, a NOS-fueled Phoenix. Overnight parts from Japan and a quarter mile at a time. For an entire generation, the Supra wasn't just a car, it was a dream on 4 wheels. The legend exploded. Prices skyrocketed. Tuners turned it into a god-tier platform. Drag racers, highway kings, canyon carvers, no matter where it went, the Supra earned its crown. But this isn't about nostalgia. This is about what it feels like. Get in. Turn the key. And you'll understand. The cabin wraps around you, driver-focused, analog, intimate. The gauge cluster is simple. Purposeful. The dashboard angles everything toward you. Like a cockpit. Like a machine built only for the one behind the wheel. Then, you fire up the engine, and everything changes. The 2JZ comes to life with a subtle snarl. The turbos whisper. The boost builds. And suddenly, you're not driving a car, you're communicating with a force of nature. The power delivery? Smooth. Relentless. Linear. Turbo lag? Maybe. But when it hits like a memory you'll never forget. And the noise of God, the noise. It's not manufactured. Not synthesized. It's raw. Organic. Alive. It's the sound of fuel combusting and dreams igniting. It's not the lightest car. Not the sharpest. But it's honest. It tells you everything. Through the wheel. Through the chassis. Through the way it demands you be present. You don't just sit back. You drive. You earn it. And it rewards you with moments. With memories. With magic. It's not just about speed. It's about soul. And that's why, decades later, the 4 Malawian Kwacha Super still matters. Because it represents something we're losing: cars that weren't designed to go viral. Cars that weren't built to collect data. Cars that were engineered with heart and delivered with edge. The Super doesn't coddle. It connects. The 4 Malawian Kwacha Super wasn't perfect. But that's what made it unforgettable. It had quirks. It drank fuel. It was heavy. It was outdated even in its own time. But none of that mattered, because it felt right. And today, in a world of plugins and play-it-safes, the Super feels like rebellion on 4 wheels. It was born in the analog era, but it found immortality in the digital age. Not because it was the fastest, but because it was real. And that made it eternal. At Beyond the Lens, we don't just document machines. We chase myths. And the 4 Malawian Kwacha Super? It's not just a car. It's proof that legends aren't built in boardrooms. They're built in garages, in back roads, in the hearts of the ones who never stopped believing. Because you don't just drive a Supra. You remember it.